Hi guys, Lynn Swanson here. Thanks for joining me today. This video is made specifically for those that are working with the Chinese choral singer, whether that singer is mature or young. It is designed to help you understand how to communicate with your singers and developing a lovely, beautiful sound, a lovely tone in which your choir can sing in tune. To understand that, we have to start with the understanding of what an articulator is and what a resonator is. Articulators and resonators. Articulators are what makes consonants like t, b, d, j. Resonators are what make vowels. E, A, I, O, and U. We use different parts of our body to make those two things in order to form words. So when we're talking about articulators, we mean things like the jaw, the lips, the teeth, the tongue, the soft and hard palate, the whole mouth. Those are things that give us consonants. When we talk about resonators, we're talking about the chest cavity, the voice box or the larynx, the pharynx or the throat, even the sinuses and our nose. When I worked with Chinese singers, I found that the way Chinese speakers use their tongue and their teeth and their mouth to form consonants differ from the way English speakers use those same things. So for instance, if a Chinese speaker were to say zhong, and I realize it didn't say it as well as a Chinese speaker would, but you know what I'm talking about. The tip of the tongue is arched back and it's touching the roof of the mouth or the hard palate. The teeth are closer together and there's a little tension in the jaw. But if an English speaker were to say chong, the tip of the tongue would drop towards the front of the mouth at the gum ridge and the lower teeth. And we may not even know that you're using the tongue in the way that you are. So I got corrected quite a few times on how to say that word before I realized that we're using our tongue and our mouth differently and trying to say the same word. So it is when singing English music or classical music, it's important to know what things make consonants and what things make the pitch or the lovely sound. You can see in these diagrams here in these pictures that the tongue is used in different ways. It's placed in different places within the whole oral cavity when saying Chinese consonants, zhong, zhi, zhi, and when saying English vowels. So let's take the word boat, for instance. The English word boat, it has consonants on either end. First, the B, it's made with the lips primarily. And the T at the end of the word is made primarily with the teeth, boat. But the vowel sound in the middle is using the resonators. It's using the whole oral cavity and the sinuses and the throat. It's allowing air to flow. So it's more open on the inside. The tip of the tongue is actually dropped along the gum ridge. Boat. You can hear that. If we were to sing something like zhong on a scale, you can better hear and feel what using those articulators in the way a Chinese speaker would, what it does to the sound. A way to test that is just to take the fingertips, place it here on the outside of your voice box, let it rest there, And I want you to really feel how the jaw is impacted and what the tongue is doing. And I want you also to listen to the sound and where it's going. Dong, dong. You can hear that a lot of the sound comes out the nose, much of it actually, and that the teeth are close together. So this compresses the resonators, and we don't get a nice airflow and a nice ring to our sound. Now, if you were to do that same word, or the way an English speaker would understand to do it, you would hear the consonant at the beginning and the end, but you will hear a nice resonating O in the middle. Try it again with the fingertips on the outside of the voice box. You can see that we made a consonant at the beginning, but we got quickly to where the sound could really resonate. And we maintained that position throughout the duration of all of those notes. We didn't change how the articulators were moving with each note that we sang. We maintained the position of the articulators for the vowel sound. Do it once again. You might, if you're having trouble with that, just place the tip of the tongue on the bottom lip. This is an exercise I did most often with Chinese singers that were having a hard time relaxing the tip of the tongue down. You can even incorporate a little pingwa in there, as that will help it to relax. And it might even raise the resonators in the sinus cavities just a little bit. If you're still having an issue with that with your singers, try looking in the mirror. You can also do the thing where you actually hold your tongue down. You can understand that once you get to the vowel sound, everything must remain in place. There's no shifting to make the new note, and there's no gripping with the jaw. There's no tension in the tongue, that the tongue stays forward and relaxed. And so it is with all of the vowels. The vowels will use the tongue a little bit differently for each sound that you produce, but in general, the back of the tongue is not pressed up against the hard palate. It's not elevated, and it's not pulled back or recoiled. It's relaxed as much as possible. This will help keep intonation at bay and help your choir sing with a better sonorous voice and help them to blend. So again, one more exercise just to make sure that you understand what the articulators are doing and the resonators are doing. Let's sing the word bought. And you will see the lips make the B, but then it immediately releases and goes to the ah sound, and we're creating as much relaxed space on the inside as possible. And then at the end, we'll make a quick T and release the sound to a drop jaw. So I wish you all the best in this. It's really important that you understand the difference in the articulator and how it's used to make a word, and the resonator and the importance of understanding the vowel sound and hearing a clear in tune note. In our next lesson, we'll review how to do a proper sequential vocal warm-up for young singers or for the mature singer, and helping them to understand the habits of a healthy singer and a singer that sings in tune. Thanks so much for joining me today. All the best.